Hey, Willie, gonna play on drums again?
There was
whenever
a little bit of
we'll feel it.
a little Caribbean influence happening over there, Jonathan. Keep going there. A little reggae kind of thing happening.
Yeah, that's what I was feeling at the moment when I wrote it.
Yeah.
It was like it wanted to hop and jump and get the.
Was that you?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
That's it.
Jonathan is. Yeah.
True story behind that one. What I told her earlier. You gotta put out the house.
Just keep going. Get your ass out of here. Keep going.
Yeah, man.
Don't stop until you leave the county line. You woman. I hear you. No, there's a lot of emotion in blues.
Yes, it is.
And like we were talking about Sunday, do you write from your own personal perspective, or do you write from somewhere else?
Well, it's a mixture of both. Sometimes I try to come up with like a storyline, an idea, and try to write around that. That's where I leave well enough alone comes from. Mm-hmm. That's not about anything or anybody. It's just an idea in my head of a man.
I'm queuing that up too.
Of a man having a woman that's out doing things while he's out of town, and his friends are telling him, and he doesn't want to believe it. He really doesn't want to know.
Sure.
And then all of a sudden, he gets hit with it head on, and now he feels how stupid he is.
Sure.
So that's where that comes from. But just whatever kind of comes to mind. I do write a lot from my experiences mostly, and
it's an honest space.
Yeah. But just like we were talking to Mr. Hall, I was explaining to him. He was telling me, make sure blues can be about happy stuff. Now that's where I'm at now. I got a beautiful woman in my life that I just love, and she's, as the young folks would say, she's my ride or die. Cassandra has been just a blessing to me, and so I'm in a happy place now. So I'm writing happier blues songs. And I'm gonna tell you another person that I really like. That's Castro, Mr. Sip Coleman.
Oh God, yes.
Man,
he's a great
Mr. Sip is that's
wow.
a thing there, man. That's an act.
That song "Hold It in the Road" that on that other album, man, it's like I love what's the stuff that he writes from at times, man.
Love him. We saw him at BB's.
He's a good dude, man. Yeah.
Oh man, we walked in and there he was, and I just was like,
yeah.
Hey, and I hugged him and said, "It's an honor to meet you."
So for sitting down to write, I mean, you've got good things that are happening in your world.
Yeah.
Do you ever reflect back and then write songs about that as well? I mean, to get back into the blood bucket, if it were. I mean,
I'm at that,
or gut bucket, or whatever you want to.
I'm
put it.
I'm at that point now. I'm writing different things from my past. But really, man, I want to get back to a more inspirational approach. Just like on my album, there's a song that's called "I Won't Let You Down." Mm-hmm. It's toward the end. It's it's an inspirational song. That tells a story about a woman battling breast cancer, and you think that throughout the song, that's when I come around. You're thinking that's a man telling the woman, that's I'm going to be here for you. I won't let you down. But really, it's God. Because at her lowest point, she realized that the only person that she could depend on was her Lord and Savior to pull her through, her faith. But I'm getting to that point now, man, where I just want to write. I want to write some good, inspirational blues songs. Put something out there, man. You
want to lean a little bit gospel.
Yeah, but you know what, man? If
that's a tricky move.
Here's the deal. I can't play with gospel. That's the problem.
Because you're playing the devil's music, my man.
Well,
you heathen.
Cassandra, tell you, man. We was in church one Sunday, and I was playing for the church in the church band, and the pastor just called me out to sing a song at the call of discipleship. And so, man, I got to sing, and I actually got happy. Yeah. And so and I told him when we got in the car, I said, I can't do this. Because I got to either be all in here or all in there. I cannot straddle the fence.
Oh, Jonathan, I can't do this. I'm just too goddamn happy. I just can't do this. It just has to be the blues. It's about whiskey and weed and women and what the hell?
I can't play with. That's my thing is I
My
can't.
hands are on fire. I can't play.
And like I told, look, this is the God's honest truth. If I can make the money that I make now as a secular musician,
Sure,
doing gospel,
sure,
I'd be gospel all the way, man.
Oh,
But
I know.
but I also know if I play whatever stage I'm on, whatever genre of music I'm playing, when I walk on stage, I'm giving God the praise, because if it wasn't for Him, giving me this gift, allowing these opportunities, man, I wouldn't be where I am.
Well, just Elvis comes to mind right now because.
Well, you're like tongued him or something.
No, I
Did
didn't.
he stick his tongue down here?
I was 12 years old, Rick.
Oh, grief.
It was Elvis. I mean,
Elvis did it at 12.
No, I'm just saying. Elvis was blues, Elvis was rock, but Elvis always came back to his gospel roots.
Yeah.
As Jonathan is
that was
saying.
the only Grammy he ever won was on gospel.
It's the only satisfaction he got.
Yeah, it was the only satisfaction he did have. Yeah,
No,
he was actually perfectly pleased to play gospel.
Man, just recently, and because I wanted to add an Elvis set to our show, so I started digging into some Elvis stuff, and I actually was ashamed when I ran across the song that I had never heard it before. In the Ghetto, that's one of the greatest songs, man.
It's a fascinating song.
Man, I'm getting chills just thinking.
It's
I was
one
like,
of my
wow.
favorite songs. Yes.
And you know that Colonel Parker told him that if he made that record, which was in the Memphis sessions, said if you record this record, it'll kill your career.
Are you serious?
And Elvis was like, screw you, I'm gonna do it.
Man, it's one of the greatest
Because
songs.
From a Jack to a Queen came out of that.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of hits that came off of that whole thing.
That was
And it was done over at
special.
American West, down there off of, at the end of Poplar, out that
Chelsea
way.
or somewhere.
And
You
some
know
of it
that
was
was-
done in the Jungle Room and all that other
That
stuff.
was recorded here.
Yeah. It was
Oh, wow,
done here.
okay.
And Parker, he said, this is going to kill you if you record here and do that.
Oh, man.
And there were a lot of hits that came out of that. And In the Ghetto is a brilliant song.
Yes, it is, man.
Oh,
It
yeah,
is.
absolutely.
And I love the false ending that it has.
Yeah.
As it goes and it comes
Right back to the top, man. Right back to the.
It's a kick in the nuts.
Man.
It's a tremendous tune. Speaking of talent, I want to hear you play some more.
Oh, okay. Well, as you know,
As we begin to wrap it up.
we lost a great Memphis icon yesterday,
Harold Beale.
Harold Bean.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up.
And
we were going to.
and
He's
Mr.
been
Yes.
here. He sat right there in your seat.
Yes.
And
Yes, he did.
Mr. Bean that's what I call him. I call him Mr. Bean. Was such a man, just an influence. It's funny. Friday, I was listening to just out the blue. I just put on Maggot Brain.
Really?
It's a hell of a tune.
Really?
Yeah,
That's a hell of a tune.
I know I'm in the house. I just put on Maggot Brain, and I don't understand why I did it, but now I do, and it's like you're looking at one of the greatest guitarists right here from Memphis, and such an humble guy.
Yeah.
And I remember last time I saw him was down at Neil's with Elmo in the game. My heart prayers go out to Elmo and the guys, man.
Elmo's band, that's just
Yeah.
a collection of cats.
Exactly.
And he had him.
Yeah, he had
lost
great.
so many guys with him.
And it's only been 3 guitarists, and I know I need to get quick. It's only been 3 guitarists that I've been honored to be able to play their instrument.
Take your time.
One is Preston Shannon.
Yeah.
I was so honored, when Preston would see me walk in the building and he would and he was come give me a guitar. The next one is the great Hollywood Scott. At Chicago, man.
Yes.
He has a guitar, a polka dot guitar given to him by Buddy Guy, and he played behind Tyrone Davis and all of those greats. And I'll never forget because I played the last 11 years of Miss Denise LaSalle's life. I was her lead guitarist and her international musical director. And so I'll never forget going to Chicago, and we getting ready to go on stage. Hollywood is coming off, and Hollywood said, "Hey man, play my act tonight." And so that.
What do you do?
Right.
Okay.
That's it. I'm playing Hollywood's guitar. I mean, that's so I'm honored to that. And
I'm not going to touch the tuning keys.
I'm just going
to do this.
I'm just going to play. And Mr. Harold Bean, to walk in at Neil's and for him to see me and he say, "Well, come get this guitar." And so those 3. I will always honor and cherish. So, and also not to leave out one of the greatest American tragedies, the passing of Kobe Bryant and his daughter, and the 7 other passengers that were on that plane.
That was absolutely upsetting.
Yeah, it
I don't
was.
think you can put any other word.
That's the best way to put it.
Did you see Shaq talking about that? And it was just heartbreaking to see.
Man. And I brought tears to my eyes. Because you
brought
see
tears to his eyes.
Yeah,
And
I mean, just to see, you can see this big, monstrous guy, man, show so much emotion.
350-pound monster talking about how gentle and sweet a guy like Kobe was.
Yeah, man.
That was awful. And his daughter? Oh,
yeah, man, it's,
I feel for his wife and his the other kids. It's pardon my language here, but that's fucked up.
It is, man. It is.
It really is.
It is. And it
It's
just
senseless, and it should not have happened. From what we're understanding now, that helicopter was not rated for instrument flight.
Right.
And that pilot got cocky.
Right.
And they haven't officially said it that it was human
error.
Human error, but it was.
I told.
I will say that it was human error.
I told Cassandra when they first aired, we were watching the Pro Bowl, and Pro Bowl was just getting ready to get started, and then they breaking news, Kobe's planes went down, Kobe's dead. And I told Cassandra, I guarantee you that there's some fog involved.
Yes, there was.
That he was flying at too low of an altitude, misjudged that hill. I said, and from what I saw with the wreckage, it looked like he tried to bank up and go to the left.
He didn't know where he was going.
And he didn't know where he was going.
Couldn't see.
There you go.
Yeah, well, there was an eyewitness that said they saw him flying low, and the engine sounded sputtering.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's some saying that there's mechanical issues that we don't know, and we're not going to know until the NTSB gets in.
Exactly, correct.
A long time from now.
The bottom line is this should not have happened.
Well, but Rick, it was his time to go. I mean, nobody can argue with that. I mean, it's a
Clearly
tragedy.
That's what it was, but
it's a tragedy, but that was their path in life. So
you're making my drive home a little more nervous.
Well,
yeah, me too. I'm riding with you, man.
I know. It's time to punch that ticket. If we're back tomorrow,
I didn't mean to bring everybody down.
No, but
I was actually trying to set up this song that I was getting ready to do.
Well,
yes,
I mean, we were talking about Harold, and
and Harold, God love Harold. He was such a sweet guy and such an amusing cat. I mean, he was so much fun.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk more about that because as we understand that there will be a memorial at Neal's, and
yeah, it's coming up. It's in the pre-production stages, if you will.
And I hope that maybe we'll get Elmo, because he played with Elmo for so many years, and and so maybe we'll get some. Well, maybe we'll do something.
And my heart goes out to Harold. Harold Bean, his son, and the family, man. I mean, I know all of them well. Just praying for y'all, man, to continue to stay encouraged. My heart just goes out to you.
Thank you, Jonathan.
And I will tell you, if we can make that happen, I know your schedule is so weird with this show. We kind of run at the same time, but I would love for you to be able to come down here for that.
I would love to. I'll do everything
I know
I can.
that with your commitment down there at BB King's, it's possibly impossible, but I get it.
We'll see if we can make something happen, man. I promise
Maybe we can put to another night of the week. And we'll do something.
Yeah, maybe we can start early and you
Maybe
can
a
come
Friday
in,
night. Play us a song, my friend.
Well, this song, I fell in love with it. First time I heard the great Bobby Blue Bland do it, and I think it's kind of befitting for anybody that's in a situation. So, it's blues, but it's not blues. It's just a good old song that just simply says, now when you look who, the one you love, your heart goes to changes. Especially when those sweet memories still hold a thrill. And just when you think the pain all gone, don't fool yourself, 'cause here's the deal. That's the way love works. You gotta hurt before you can heal. You're gonna cry. You're gonna cry. And the tears may stop falling. They may stop falling on down your face, but they still fall way down in your heart. You never know how long that wound will take to heal. Might take months, then again it could take years. But that's the way love works. You gotta burn before you can heal. That's the way love works. You gotta burn before you can heal. God bless you.
That is absolutely tremendous.
Wow.
Jonathan Ellison, ladies and gentlemen. Sunday nights, Wednesday nights, is that right?
Yes, Sunday nights, Wednesday nights. World famous B.B. King's Blues Club on Beale Street.
What time do you start?
On Sundays, we're 7 to 11. And right now, on Wednesdays, a little bit earlier, 6 to 10.
Very old man friendly.
Yeah, yeah.
That's where it's at. And this record, Guitar Cry For Me, where can we get it?
Anywhere you can download or stream music, and you can also
Fantastic.
get it at the B.B. King's Blues Club gift shop.
Robert Allen Parker works over there.
Yeah.
He is such a
I
fan
saw
of your
him.
stuff.
Yes, I saw
He's a
him.
fan of all that music, and he's like the last sommelier of music. You
Yeah.
can go in and go, man, I'm looking for something that's going to
He's
do
an
this. And he's like,
encyclopedia.
oh,
Yes.
check this record out. Make sure you're on his list.
Yeah.
I know. He's a great cat. Jonathan, thank you so very much.
Thank you for having
I
me.
could not be more thrilled to have you in this program.
Man, thank you. Hopefully we'll do it again, okay?
Absolutely. And, you know, we need to pick like a Friday or a Saturday night when you're not doing anything.
Yeah,
We'll
Okay.
Come down here with the
yeah,
band and let's do a thing.
Oh, man, let's do it. Let's make it
Because
happen.
my Saturday nights are open.
Let's make it happen, man.
Let's make it happen. We'll do like 2 or 3 hours. Just turn this thing into a juke joint, go nuts.
Oh, we do
It'll be
it.
big.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah. No, we'll get like no tourists, obviously, but we'll get like some whiskey and stuff, and it'll be fun.
Hey.
Hell yeah. Jonathan Ellison, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so very much for tuning in, and thank you for being here. Mark Caldwell, thank you for making all this happen tonight. Our thanks also
Wow.
to Sunday Wild from the One-Eyed Jacks.
That was wonderful.
I can't believe it's over already.
Next week is... Who is next week?
Oh, it's Sweet Angel.
Sweet Angel will be here. Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Sweet lady,
You're
sweet
right.
lady.
Sweet
Yeah, you
lady.
got to set Bell money aside from that.